Hello and welcome to Around the Clock. We are speaking with Alan MacIntosh. Alan is the founder of what was Noodle City and is now Doragon Ramen and Sake Bar. Alan, welcome to Around the Clock.
Thank you for having me.
Alan, you are a restaurant owner. Tell us some of the challenges you've been dealing with since COVID-19 hit here in Ashland.
When it first happened, when they started announcing the changes back in March, we were really nervous about how it would impact the restaurants, because the 90% of your business is sit down customers, and for us being a ramen restaurant, ramen traditionally is not a takeout dish. It doesn't happen in Japan. You don't get takeout ramen, and we were already one of two restaurants in Massachusetts that were one of two ramen restaurants in Massachusetts that were offering takeout. So it was a little bit easier for us to transition to being completely takeout, but it was still some challenges involved, especially with the idea of COVID-19 being such a contagious virus and having to remain open. We had to figure out the best way to protect the customers and the staff so that we could continue to operate. Because with this particular disease, if one person in the restaurant becomes sick, the whole restaurant gets shut down, and that's it. So it's very nerve-wracking. You have to take a lot of precautions to protect everybody. But we switched to a complete takeout model, and we stayed fairly busy through the past couple of months. It took some marketing changes and everything, and you want to keep things fresh, doing specials. We also transitioned our takeout and started offering something called Ramen Kits for our customers that travel, that are coming in from like half an hour or more away. Regular ramen doesn't work, because by the time they're going to get home, the noodles are going to be soggy, the food's going to not be as great. So the ramen kits essentially allow people to get whichever ramen they want, and we separate everything, and it's all raw ingredients. So it comes with step-by-step instructions. So when people get home, within 5 to 7 minutes, they can take and prepare the whole ramen, and it's fresh just as if you would get it in the restaurant.
I've noticed those kits. What made you decide to do that, other than just keeping it fresh?
We wanted to still be able to offer something to our customers that weren't in the immediate Ashland area. People were getting the regular to-go ramen, but the regular to-go ramen, if you're picking it up and you're driving 20, 30 minutes to get back home, by the time you're going to get home, it's not going to be great. And we're really about making sure the food is the best quality. And it's really hard to do with ramen. It's not meant to be taken out. It's meant to be eaten immediately, hot, as soon as it comes to the table. So by doing the ramen kits, people are getting a much better quality product, and they can buy 2 or 3 and have them for a couple of days at home.
Nice. How many employees have you been able to keep on during all of this, Alan?
We furloughed or laid off about 5 people, but we also ended up having to be able to stay open and keep the staff we had. We had to implement some pay cuts and schedule cuts, which the staff were okay with. We just recently found out within the past couple of days for securing PPP, so we're going to be going back to our full schedule with full staff.
Congratulations!
Great, thank you. Staying open was also, our staff needs to be able to work, to pay their bills, to pay their rent, support their families and their children. So we did whatever we had to do to keep it going.
Now, other than the ramen kits, are there other provisions that you're offering to the public?
So something that my partner Pepsi and I wanted to do for a while is like a specialty food store, and this kind of gave us the jumpstart that we needed to do it, and we started it online. So we formed Doggone Provisions, which is like an online specialty foods and provisions store, and we have about 150 different products on there right now.
Oh, wow. Nice. What kind of items do you have on there?
The main thing that we started out with was different meats, steaks, pork. We're adding some frozen fish. Meat is very hard to come by right now. The as everybody knows, there's a current shortage because of these big processing plants did not take the necessary steps or precautions, so they're all end up being shut down. The meat we sell doesn't come from those plants. It comes from smaller farms throughout New England. It's much better quality product, and it's not affected by those shutdowns. What is affecting the supply chain at this tier now is the fact that those plants are shut down. So now the next tier of supply chain has to go to fill that gap. So you have grocery stores being supplied by these distributors now with higher end product like Bell and Evans chicken and things like that that normally you wouldn't see in regular grocery stores. So it's making it more expensive and a little bit tighter to get even the next tier of supplies, but it's staying okay right now.
Good. Next steps, as you know, people are starting to talk about opening and changing and the ability to go out. What will that mean for you and Doragon Ramen moving forward?
It's going to be a little bit tough for us once we reopen. Our restaurant's small. Normally we have 7 tables plus the counter. The guidelines that are coming out of the CDC and the proposed guidelines from the state and the restaurant associations and everything are stating that social distancing is going to exist for a while, for probably for at least the next year. If that's the case, we're going to be able to operate with 2 tables once we reopen, and people are going to want to go out. People already want to go out. Everybody's tired of being stuck at home. So it's really going to impact our business if we're only able to operate with 2 tables.
Mm. We'll have to keep encouraging people to come get their takeout.
Yep.
Well, Alan, thank you for talking about how you have adapted your business to what is going on. Everyone I talk to loves your noodles, loves your food. I'm glad here at Around the Clock we were able to share your ribbon cutting and opening. And I think you have been a real nice addition to the Ashland community. I also think you are a big supporter of things in Ashland. So I'm hoping we can get our viewers to continue supporting you and your business.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on Around the Clock. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'm sure at some point we'll see you soon for more noodles.
Thanks. Talk to you soon.
Take care, Alan.